You might be thinking, folks, you're watching a video from the summer that I've just reposted, but you're not. Yeah, hard to believe. This is January, guys. Yeah. And the reason it's like this is that for the first time proper so far this year, the sun's out. It's really out, and so are a million tourists. This is just, I mean, I kind of had an idea it would be like this when I went out, because I've honestly, since the summer, never seen so many people at one tube station, South Ken that is, people exiting for the museums. Never since the summer. It was absolutely unbelievable how long the queues were. Just to get out of the station, let alone out of the South Ken immediate area toward the museums. I'm trying to put this up a little higher, guys, so you can get an idea of just how crazy it is. This on the right is actually the road. No one seems to care, because obviously they only want to get their pictures. It's mind-boggling. I mean, this is obviously, at least on one side, what people want to get pictures of. And to be honest, the sky is pretty much spot on. I don't know if it's going to continue all morning. It's supposed to, but if it does, this will be the best day. Well, morning, potentially a whole entire day of the year. Quite spectacular, if I'm honest, really. We've had a couple of, reasonably nice days, but this is a whole different world. Slip around slowly-ish. That, folks, is what everybody's out for. A truly perfect blue-skied morning. Yep. Those very rare, well-lit mornings that crop up occasionally. We're lucky if we get one or two a month. And it really does make a big difference in terms of the atmosphere, people's moods, and the lights, guys, at horseguards as we go along Whitehall. So we need to backtrack a teeny bit. Really, really beautiful morning. I mean, if I were a tourist, I'd be out on that boat before it gets completely packed going into lunchtime. Look at the sky, though. I mean, just wow. Picture, postcard, perfect. So it's really easy to understand why everybody decided to come out at once. Also, if we look at the tourist boat over here, I'm not sure if you can quite make it out, zoom in a teeny bit, it's full. Look, the upper deck, absolutely full. Not really surprising. I dare say they're happy. Actually, wait, I think the boat's about to leave. But let's see. I mean, if it's coming this way, and it's that busy, my money is on some waves, folks. That said, it might be time to go the other way. Instinctively, yeah, I think it's going to go under the bridge where we are. Nope. It's going toward Canary Wharf. Let's see if we got any waving tourists. I very much doubt we will, to be fair. Look. Nope. See, like they're all ignoring me this morning. Nope. Okay, give up. I'll pretend they didn't see me, but they did. They're not participatory tourists, folks. They're not the type of tourists that we like. They're the ones that don't go to get their picture with the horse guards. But this is just... Oh. Tourists are stopping to watch what I'm doing. It's just mad. Look at this. Sorry, a bit of flaring if I turn toward the sun. That's exactly why I stood on this side as opposed to walking along the other side. A few lucky people would have gotten out just as the sun was fully in the sky and the light had hit behind Big Ben, but you've got, if you're in the right spot like this chap, briefly on the traffic island, a truly unique opportunity for a perfect picture. Right, here comes the fun bit, guys, squeezing back through a couple of random tourists. One good thing is that the bridge is clean and clear. Not a single scammer, scumbag, idiot economic migrant, etc., whatever you decide to term the peasantry that clogs up the bridge. Got like a lot of ski bros, look. Might as well. The guy thinks he's in Val d'Isère and not in London. But goodness gracious, what numbers. And it doesn't actually help when a couple just decide to, I say a couple of people, that is not a romantic couple, when a couple just decide to randomly stop in the middle of this crush for pictures. As has just happened the second I'm talking about it.
Huh?
Sorry guys. Oh, I'm going to try and not quite shove through, but having to be quite forceful in getting through here. It's just, wow. Okay, that's a little bit better. I mean, the shops are going to be happy. Look at this, all these people. Crazy. So we're still a teeny bit zoomed in then, it didn't quite go out. We're now completely zoomed out at 1. Right, let's get ourselves across here, folks. Can't bother to wait. In fact, Mr. Taxi Man is going to have to wait for us today. Yes, you can hear some drums, people. And no, I don't think they're going to destroy today's video. I mean, I'll keep on talking, so I certainly hope they won't, but I think it's very, very, very unlikely that they will. We've had this before, unless it's a super well-known piece of music, which, no offence to the chappie playing, I don't think it is. Right. Oh my good lord. It's hard to know whether to look into the camera. Oh, hold on. Had to stop, hold on. Actually, wait, no, actually, you know what? No one's stopping, so there's no point in me stopping either. Now, one thing I can't remember actually is how long the morning inspection typically takes on Saturdays. Now, I'm thinking typically 10 minutes, sometimes 15-ish. But by the time we get over the traffic island, if we ever actually make it to the traffic island where the phone boxes are, and then along Whitehall, I think I might actually skip going across the road just because of the massive number of people. There will be a giant queue at the phone boxes, just like there's a giant queue pretty much everywhere. But the other good news today, folks, for a Saturday, is that there are no planned organised protests. It doesn't mean there won't be one. Anything could happen, as we've seen before. But there's nothing on the calendar in terms of a pre-agreed route with road closures. At least according to the Met and TfL's own traffic updates. In other words, this is the first Saturday in ages, in fact the first one of this year for sure, but in potentially a couple of months where there's been nothing on the calendar and all services, get this folks, are running as per normal. That's incredibly rare for a Saturday. There's always engineering work, closure, rerouting, blah blah blah. Right, I decided to take the opportunity to quickly dash across because why not? Now, this gent could go, but for some reason he's not, which is lucky for us. But look at these crowds, folks. It's fun, isn't it, you know, because all of these tourists that are out now would have been here yesterday probably, and the day before and last week. Or similar numbers, but for obviously the weather's helped them to decide to go out and enjoy, sit up there on the posts and stuff. But it's almost like everybody was in some sort of, you know, communal hibernation, COVID style. You know, let's not go out, it's too dangerous. And then they all flood out at once. Look at this, how long the queue is. I'd estimate from the back to the phone box probably about 100 or so in total waiting. That's a lot. Yeah, summertime levels of madness as opposed to sadness. But beautiful, beautiful weather for it, eh? Crispy as well, guys. It was rainy overnight, and I think that's what's helped. All the dust, all the muck and grime guy's got a t-shirt on there, it's flipping 5 degrees, has stuck to the ground, resulting in a truly spectacular morning. Right, let's get ourselves briefly out of the sunshine. I'm not entirely sure whether or not this early morning sunshine will have yet reached horseguards. It will, if it hasn't. But even if it has, it will only have reached one box, I think, at this stage. We're pretty early. It's spot on 10 past 11. So if the gates haven't opened after the morning inspection, they will be opening imminently. My goal was to hit horseguards at 1:15, which I think, to be fair, we're going to achieve. Yeah, it's exactly 10 past on the dot. I'm walking here because it's a little bit shadier. We're running for the bus. Ooh. Goodness. Yeah, I mean, even to have all of the buses and so on running as normal. So many selfie Instagrammer types out and about today. 1 second. We missed it. In fact, they just made quite a funny reel, these two in front. You can tell the ones that have really taken a lot of effort to get ready, outfits, hair, makeup, etc. And in some respects I get it. If you're on holiday and you want super memorable pictures, then obviously you would prefer to look your best. Me personally, I couldn't care less, because I usually wear a hat anyway, so it would change nothing. Oh, little meltdown here. Argument, disagreement. She's saying to him, look, I know that we agreed you could have 10 wives, but we're already at 8, and I'm getting sick and tired of the fact that I only see you every 8th day. Fair point. Okay, so Downing Street. I dare say there'll be a lot of people peering, even though there's nothing to actually peer at on Downing Street. Some of you seem to have thought you saw the lady MOD officer on duty at Downing Street. I'm not saying that wouldn't have been possible, but I find it extremely hard to believe because MOD are not responsible for Downing Street. They don't police Downing Street. So I'd find that a little bit odd, unless of course it was some kind of exchange with the Met. Right, this will be our last little busy bit, I think, before we hit horseguards, but I'm expecting something of a chaotic morning, guys, to be honest. Which, in one respect, it is exciting because it's been a long time since we've had one of these mornings, but on the other hand, for filming it's an absolute nightmare. Even getting past Downing Street where nothing's happening, look, they're all just kind of like milling. Why, one wonders. There we go, into the funnel. Funnel of androids. Second, guys, almost out. Okay, that's better. Finally. It's like occasionally going to a convention of you know, intentional slow walkers on Whitehall sometimes. Okay, we've got a little bit clearer here. Will this mean that horseguards is clean and clear? I don't know, but I mean with this light it's still going to be interesting. Look at it, guys. On the stone, on the lamps, on the ground. Magnificent, isn't it? Even the trees look great despite being bare. Now let's hope that the morning inspection isn't a long one. Worst way, if it were a half an hour one, I don't think it would be. That means we're standing around for a little bit. I mean, it's not the end of the world. There are still 2 horses out and there'll still be tourists, but it would obviously be much more interesting if at this point the front gates were open and facilitating movement and access. Otherwise the front here is going to be just, wow, a squishy mess. Tourist soup. Okay, are the gates open or closed? Still can't see actually. I think instinctively they're open. But then again, everyone seems to be behind the barriers, neatly packed away like sardines. Spot on with the time. That's the 15 bell. And if we look up at the clock, 15 minutes past. God damn it, that was good timing. Okay, so deja vu, just like yesterday. Same trooper, same box. And I think, wait, actually, no, it's not the same horse. But the morning inspection is ongoing, however, although the gates are open, access at the moment isn't permitted to the yard. It's closed. I'm being super careful not to go beyond the bollards. This gent appears to be a little bit lost. He's like, I want to go and watch inspection, talk to the captain. This officer's like, well, that's fine. But unless you're a captain yourself, it's not going to happen. We're trying to get a little look. It'll just be the horses coming back into the yard. I don't know. I honestly don't know, guys, if an officer will be coming to the front. We'll see in a few minutes. They're almost done anyway. This gent who just decided he wanted to have a wander into the yard is now there, curiously. Okay, so they've gone in, the troopers that is. I've just seen scarlet cloaks going through the stable door. I'm guessing that means they've just have swapped over the chitsman and gatesman. The deluge, though, actually, a two-way deluge in and out of the yard is going to be pretty epic in a minute. The front is this. It's a lot of people. You can bet there's at least twice this number at the other side waiting to come from the parade ground to the front here. Yikes. I don't yet want to get any closer, guys. I will try to edge myself along a teeny bit. Oh, here we go. They're done. So no officer... Actually, maybe in fact they don't actually do that when there's winter order in effect. I can't remember we've seen when they're wearing winter order either a lieutenant or a captain coming out. Right, so that's the first lot. Yep, don't worry about the camera, chap. First lot heading through. Look, don't forget this is Potato Saturday, everybody. Free potatoes for everyone. Just at the entrance of the Household Cavalry Museum at the back. This is what they're all going through. You know, boiled, jacket, fried, mashed, sautéed, whichever way you want them. Now let's see if that's reciprocated with the flow coming the other way. Okay, we're the first lucky two. So it's like no one. That would be the first time ever that no one's emerged from the yard. The more colourful, unusual outfits are really going to pop actually in this morning's light. I think for the moment I will stay here just because it gives us better access if we need to, vis-a-vis being able to see what's going on through the gate in the archway. I was actually expecting a massive number of people to flood through. Now, it could still happen, but surprisingly low numbers actually coming this way. More have gone into the yard than exited it so far, although they're still sort of slowly trickling out. I think actually looking at the other end, and I can't see super well, but instinctively I think it's the same trooper we had before. Notice the sign's back. Somebody did mention it had been dropped and broken. Honestly, I find that hard to believe. If it had been sort of, broken, I don't think we'd be able to put it back together just like Humpty Dumpty so quickly. Yeah, right, here they come. It's like a delayed deluge. Biggest problem right now is that I actually can't move, guys. I'm completely surrounded. Hey, I'm good. You? Yeah, right. Good. Oh, that's it. Yeah, try not to knock the side on the floor and break it again. And It's just been repaired and rehung.
Sieht so aus wie so ein... Also, als hätte das eine Sedierung bekommen.
I think photo loiterers are going to be the problem this morning.
Das kennen doch gar nicht so ruhig.
A lot of people waiting, guys. Like an awful lot of people waiting, as you can see. And to my left as well. The light though on the horse's coat, eh? How about that?
Wie lange müssen die da stehen?
Aren't any of these people going to move? Because at the moment it doesn't look like it. So I think this morning, you probably just heard German students to my left. I think we're going to have more of a Germanic day today than a Latin day. Yep, straight in the box. Didn't take long, did it? It's not the first person when we arrive, it's always pretty quick. So I can go. Sorry about the pink cap, everyone. It's okay, don't worry. He's a Frenchie, in fact. I should have guessed with a pink cap. Pardon? No problem, monsieur. Okay, this bro waited very patiently on the left. Only to get pushed in front of by this family over here right now. God, I think they're planning on moving in. He's going to tell them in a second because they're edging over into the box very slowly. Look. How long does it take to get a picture though, guys? Actually, maybe they're doing a family video call back home. Oh, finally. I wander into the yard a bit because it is very, very nice and bright. Actually, folks, 1 second. I'll pop into the yard now because going slowly around the box, I've just spotted some idiots trying to talk to the guard. Not sure if they're trying to make him laugh or not good. It's very disrespectful, very rude, exceptionally. Yeah. Where are you guys from?
France.
So rude.
Really?
Yeah, you should tell them.
Okay.
Otherwise, the police will throw them out.
La mienne. Apparemment, c'est pas bon de faire ça. Ouais. Ouais. Okay, we didn't know. Thank you.
I understand. Merci beaucoup. Just like wow, big time. Getting some super dirty looks, and I was waiting for them to say something, but I mean they're Frenchies. Trying to make him laugh, but I don't think they were even speaking English. It's like, hold on, what? Odd, no? They didn't get it, but I mean, it is what it is. I'd love to know actually what the trooper was thinking when they're standing there. You saw the body language. That's the thing that I find really odd. When people push themselves, almost like trying to sort of physically ingratiate themselves into the trooper's space around the arch. Unusual actually for Frenchies to be like that, but hey, it is what it is. They were trying to make him laugh, as the lady didn't seem to think was a problem, as she explained it. There we are. Right, chaos at this end as well. Got some bro, look at this massive selfie stick thing in the air. What the flip is that? What? Like, wait, what? If he drops it, it's going to hit the horse's nose. Like, that is a massive stick. Goodness me. We've got a banned YouTuber here at the front. No idea why he's here this morning or what he's here for. The guy that hung something on the fence. It's a pity actually that we didn't notice that earlier in the yard when we first went in. Right, 1 second. Oh my goodness me. It's actually really hard to maneuver, guys. It really is. I couldn't think of a good example to reciprocate with the Frenchies because they don't have a monarchy. We all know why. Which might be why they like to come in and harass ours. Horses with mega clips, eh, folks? I'm pretty sure this isn't the same horse that we saw in this box at this time yesterday. Oh. It's okay. I think it's a different horse. Looks larger and doesn't have the, I think, bridle marks on the neck. Horse is looking a bit depressed. It's like somebody stole my coat. It's like the emperor without his new clothes. We're going to be spending a lot of time, guys, in Bobble Hat World this morning. Certainly would appear. I'm trying not to get too far away from Central because the light, the flaring is going to be a problem on the camera. That's a little better. It's problematic then because of the pushing. Not intentional, but everyone is sort of jostling, actually, is a better word than pushing. Yeah, jostling, that's what's happening. Jostling for a spot. But as so many of you mentioned yesterday, under the picture of the day, this is your favourite trooper, I did think, bearing in mind he'll be leaving in around 30 minutes, give or take, this should be the focus for the first half of the video. Good that they found or rehung the sign though. In fact, that was what was missing. People are discussing, see that white box on the ground. Mentioning it and saying don't touch the horse as well. Got to be a positive, I guess. The only person that gets told to get out the box was the lady we saw a little earlier. That's got to count as a win, one would have to say. Excuse me, guys. It's horsey smile. Now, I wonder how long it will be before we get a V. Oh, actually, you know what? Too late. There it is. This is my horse. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yep. Top man. You're actually struggling to walk around the box because there at the moment it's like a little kiddie playground at the base of the box. Directly in front of me. So many kids watching the horse, etc. Which is fine, except that the parents don't realise that it kind of creates an artificial barrier so anybody being able to get to the wall for a picture. If anybody, I should have mentioned it, guys, sorry, if anybody could translate exactly what the lady said to her companions in the yard after I mentioned about it being disrespectful. I guess she probably just said something like, hey guys, stop doing that. Apparently it's like rude or whatever. But if somebody, and I know we have a lot of you Frenchie speakers and Frenchies watching the channel, if one of you could kindly translate, or one of you French Canadians could kindly translate what the lady said, that would be great. It's always nice to be certain of these things instead of just presuming. I mean, there's a massive number of people here, but look, 50, 60 people, all squash, but for whatever reason they're preferring to stand there instead of go up, which is curious. There might actually be our cue to spend a little bit of time at the other end, because despite there being this many people, if they're all pretty much behind an invisible glass wall away from the horse. Okay, that's what I was hoping for anyway. Oh, let's get ourselves into the spot where we can see the gatesman coming out. Assuming that he is actually going to leave his post, this will be a good indicator of what we can expect. It's exactly past. Is he going to do his rounds? Look at the body language of the people in the yard. Can't see him yet. Yep, in fact, here he comes. And as you can see, there are a lot of people here. Look at this. Will they figure out in time, guys? That's the question. It's always the key question. It's actually a tour group. This lady on the left with the blue lanyard is a tour guide. Oh, she's told them just in time to move out the way. We've got solid numbers of people arriving through the tunnel into the yard. Okay, so he's going back to post, so we are not, in other words, heading into the tunnel. Right, this, guys, is what we're dealing with in terms of actually being able to manoeuvre ourselves along the front here. In other words, just madness. Try to squeeze us through slowly. Oh my good lord. Just wow McWow. Crazy. What the flip? Let's get ourselves onto this side so we can see people that are going to potentially be under. Look, massive number of people here, look at it. Here's the other sign. Other trooper, other horse. Great light actually, notice it hasn't yet hit the horse properly. Morning. This was part of the luggage right in front of me. Let's see if what happens with that, whether or not it's going to get moved on. Or whether turquoise blue blow. Blue bro, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Turquoise blue bro is what I tried to say fast. Turquoise blue bro. Gets a picture without having the luggage stolen. People are actually quite brave to leave all their stuff here. Like that. It would be so easy for it to vanish in the crowd. Still keep an eye on the archway. Been a while actually, last year in fact, since there was any issue on the other side, the Chitsman side. So unfortunately the gatesman tends to take about 90% of the flak. This is why the other day, talking with the veteran lifeguard, it was surprising that apparently that trooper used to stand right in the middle of the yard on that cobblestone line. That would not work these days. I guess then it was probably pretty deserted for about 95% of the time, but now with just the movement of people in the yard and from the tunnel to the front here, that would just be impossible. People would be sort of accidentally jostling and pushing into the guard. Also just noticed, folks, if I go across into the yard, I've just noticed again that a new group have arrived. I don't instinctively think it'll be like last time, but it should at least be a super interesting. Oh, in fact, it's a massive group, and even the group leaders have said to this passing lady, "Would you kindly take a picture of me?" Wow, that might be one of the best ever group pictures we've seen with the gatesman. Isn't that magnificent? Wow, these ladies got a great memory, in fact, of their trip to horseguards, didn't they? They've got a really good memory. Okay, now they're asking if one of them can take a picture of the group of bros who are up next. Group picture central this morning here, eh? Look at this. It's great to see though when it goes well, isn't it? I'm sure the trooper is happy to be in these kind of pictures with people that keep the distance, don't take the mick, and most importantly of all, occasionally give a thumbs up or a thanks afterward. How romantic and lovely. Even more turning up. Actually, we've got really good light on the other side. How did we not see this before? Maybe actually only just hit. Beautiful light over the Chitsman's archway. Look at this. Beautiful, eh? He's trying hard not to squint, which, to be honest, given the brightness of and intensity of this light, has got to be almost an impossibility. That perfect arc, though, behind him, that we occasionally get here on these beautiful, fresh, sunny mornings. I would not be able to deal with this many people, though, in close proximity. Knowing I'm the focus of attention, definitely not. I get a little bit, I don't know, what's the word? Twitchy when I'm in the crowd and no one even knows me. It's really nice though, isn't it, to see how everybody's waiting so kind of patiently and respectfully to take it in turns for their pictures. Pleasantly unusual, to be honest. Let's build up again at the other side, but unless we're going to set up a yard cam, there's no point in spending the rest of the time in here. Plus, we are on a clock vis-a-vis the changeover. What I think I will do, though, actually, is stay at this. What time is it? It's 40 past. Yeah, I think now, given this build-up, and it is a build-up, there's a huge number of people here. I think we'll try to stay at this end in a decent-ish spot, if we can, between now and the changeover, unless of course anything happens that is worthy of us moving again. Right, I'm way behind the board, that way we hopefully can get whatever happens in front of us. The most interestingly dressed tourist of the day. She's super nervous. I'm gonna go near the horse, he might bite me. I mean, she's not wrong. Oh, hold on. There we are. That's the best accessory of the day. Cute doggy. I was like, no, I don't want to get bitten. I need to move a little bit closer actually to the bollards, just because the number of people coming out and walking in front means we're not going to see anything. Okay, wait, here's a second exceptionally well-dressed tourist with a toy guard. There we are. That is pretty cute, guys. I mean, it's household division from Welly Barracks, but so I thought that counts. Sweet. Can't get both sides in though. That's the most frustrating bit about not being able to get any further back. Honestly, you'd think there was no one here, wouldn't you? By virtue of what we've got in front of us on the camera, but it's absolutely chocker behind me all the way. In fact, the box has actually been too effective. Thinking back, actually, I think it was the beginning of December since the last time I was here on a Saturday. And wow, the Saturday vibe is a very different one to the weekday vibe, I tell you. I'm still not sure if I like it or not, to be honest. I mean, look at it.
Non troppo vicino, fin dalla linea bianca puoi andare, vai.
Beautifully clear, crispy light though, in fact, in front of us. Anything missing is some actual tourists. Depending on who we get after the change, and also the numbers here, there might be a part two. Tomorrow, guys, is going to be absolutely pouring the entire day. Torrential rain, apparently, is the forecast for tomorrow. So the lifeguards are not happy about that. Although that said, oh, get out of here. At least they're going home on Monday. So back to barracks. No let up. In fact, we've got it's like a little hen party just arrived over here. I'm trying to think whether or not we've actually ever had a hen or a stag party posing here. She's the bride to be. I don't think she's going to come over right in front of the horse though, unfortunately. Just about squeeze her plus the guard into the picture. I can't read what it says on her veil. Oh, sorry, it says bride. Duh. Yeah, I'm trying to read it the wrong way around. I was like, what is it? Ed bride, spelled back to front. Anyway, that folks is the bride to be. He's asking her bridesmaids to be whether they want to go for a picture or not. It looks like none of them are up for it, which is a pity actually. It would have been a cute picture. Adoring glance from the gent. Somebody else stole the curtains from their hotel when they realised they didn't pack any trousers. Better than getting a public indecency charge, I guess, when you go out on the street. So how on earth did the hotel not realise there's a pair of curtains missing when they were cleaning the room this morning? Bridal party actually behind me now. They're Polish and they're all walking by. They're not going to come over for pictures. Real pity, actually. Didn't take long, did it? To be fair to the Chinese lady, she barely stood over the line, just a toe over. But this trooper's not taking any nonsense, as we saw yesterday. Oh, it's another one. Little bro just marched over, didn't realise. You kind of anticipate when that's going to happen because people approach almost too fast to be able to not walk into the box, if that makes sense. They walk over really, really quickly, and then it's an abrupt halt when the sword gets raised and the words come out the box or behind the white line. Good stuff. Anyone else? Obviously scared them all off. Oh. She's in the box. Oh, no, she's not. Notice how observant though the trooper is of everybody that approaches. Here's another one. Oh, okay, that's interesting. The lady actually asked how large the horse is, and she got a response, and the trooper said, "It's smiling." What a gent. The trooper said about 17.3. She's English, bless her, this lady. She said to him, "How big's the horse?"
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cute, there's a look on her face. However, folks, she did get a smile and a joke from the trooper. Bless her, that was a pretty sweet encounter, to be fair. I think troopers are really good at knowing who is just marching over because they feel entitled and who makes a genuine mistake. Oh, fancy he's coming. Oh, he means It means the gatesman. In fact, yeah, it's exactly 2:45 right now. He's much more in it than I am. Completely forgotten, actually. I'm way back behind the bollards. Really far back. Beautifully clear path, actually, for the gatesman into the sunshine. Very, very, very busy yard this morning, guys. Look at it. And he's back.
Just changing the guard. Yeah. I tried to get us here for 12 o'clock, so
Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. So we've got exactly somebody just wheeling their pram into my shins. We've got exactly 15 minutes until the change. I think I will go back to where we were, just because we know how gloriously consistent this trooper is, but at the same time he's happy to have a bit of a laugh when the situation is a relaxed one. He's got the perfect balance of all authority and charm, which is rare, actually, I must say. We know there are a few, maybe, I think, a couple of blues definitely have that. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Best dressed bro. He is looking lovely, especially the purple hair. Little clutch bag. There's always one, and he's it. Picture of the day. Oh, in the box. Just on the line, in fact, to be fair. You saw he was about to say something. He's like, nope. There's quite a line here, actually, now of this film. So there's no chance, I don't think, of getting back into the direct in front of the sign spot. We'll come back in a minute. Let's have a little wander, guys. I will finish, I mean cover that trooper's shift finishing at that end. Such a strange milling we've got going on today. Yeah, I'll come back out, go all the way around to the end of the queue, and then wait on the corner for a good spot during the change. Definitely don't want to get stuck in the yard. It's going to be absolutely shocker here in the yard when the changeover happens. A massive group just surging forward then for a second. Look, I don't know if that's all like one. In fact, I think it probably is one group. Oh, I think more Frenchies here. Yes, definitely a large French group. But I don't think they can even decide what they're doing, to be honest, as yet more arrive and the group swells. The trooper at this point is probably thinking like flipping out. But uncomfortable though, folks. Imagine having this many people like right in front of you. The thing is, they haven't actually remembered to leave a gap to get the trooper in the picture. I was kind of thinking somebody would walk into the archway and take a look around the corner, just because of the numbers. Like, what on earth? 1, 2, 3, fromage. It's kind of funny actually when everything is so disorderly, but sometimes it can result in a great picture. And I think all of the groups that we've seen here this morning have ended up, at least on this side, except of course the bro and his friend who were pestering the guard, have ended up with good pictures. So it's got to be a win. Yeah, it's not worth. I was briefly tempted to stay in the yard for the changeover, but looking at how many people are milling around on both sides, and all of these people are going to squish along the line at some point, it's just, yeah, there are too many. I really do think there are too many. It's not worth it. So let's get ourselves onto that key spot, hopefully directly in front of the sign. And not only that, if there is any squashing or pushing or whatever at the front and things are a little bit testy, This this trooper will deal with it straight off. Okay, so going right around the queue crowd, I mean, whatever, a lot of people, as you can see. And we'll try and sort of slide ourselves into that gap if there's enough space to do so. Wow. Oh, I completely forgot, folks. Oh my goodness me. Okay, how did I forget to tell you about this? Okay, so yesterday, after the situation with the officer speaking with the US college students from New Jersey, when I finished filming, I said to him, I did film like the whole encounter, maybe some of the conversation was picked up, but most of it was filmed, you know, without your face being visible to camera. Not that he would have cared. And I just said, you know, is that going to be okay to publish? He was like, it's okay, it's fine. Again, public place. Fair is fair. But then, remarkably, as we were having a chat, as I was about to leave after that conversation, he spotted something else in the yard, which was shocking. Okay, I couldn't, even if I had been still filming at that point, and again, I'd already finished, hence us having the chat off camera, I couldn't have filmed what we saw. But wow. So, a young lad, bless him, obviously had been caught by the cold and went to relieve himself in the yard, folks. Specifically over there. Obviously, officer looked, he was like, wait, is that really? It was kind of one of those like, no, surely not moments. I just thought to myself, like, how is that even possible? Because all the time we filmed it, we've never seen that before. So obviously dashed over it, said to the kid's mum, like, no, that can't happen. She was obviously very apologetic. He was a young boy, maybe 8, 9, 10 or something, but just like, what? How on earth did the parent not pay enough attention so that the boy could just take a pee in the yard? Really, probably the worst thing we've ever seen. You know, yes, one couldn't blame him, it's not his fault, it's the parent's responsibility, but wow, guys, shocking. But I'm glad it wasn't on the camera, because it's not something I would have published anyway. We couldn't see anything because obviously the boy's back was to us, but it still would have never gotten published, so I wouldn't have filmed it, so it would have been way too intrusive and uncomfortable. But shocking, really. I mean, that might well be the single greatest act of disrespect we've actually seen here, ever, in the time since we started filming. Yesterday, it was after I finished yesterday, there was a boy just in the corner here who just decided to take a wee. Yeah? Yeah, just like, obviously the officer ran over and said to his mum, no, but then like, she couldn't stop him, so we just had to carry. Can you imagine? It's super rude, no? Yeah, but could you imagine like coming in with your kids and they just take a wee in the yard? It's just like, I couldn't think of anything more disrespectful. Lots of these chaps, folks, did put a foot on the line or just over it, but I think as it's innocently done and certainly not intentional, the troopers give them a bit of leeway. You see another French group. At least I've got a little bit of space, guys. I can talk to you. If I go quiet, it's mainly because there are so many people that are super close. It feels awkward to speak. I'm just wondering, actually, are we going to in fact catch this changeover in this video? 54. Yeah, I think we will, actually, people. Only just, but we will. 5 minutes. Complete and utter war squish. In fact, there we are. Another bearded trooper opening up the doors. So the group just decided to camp here, so pretty much no one else is getting any shots this side. the fact they're not French, I have no idea which language that is. Anyone?
No? Esa.
So we saw the best dressed gent earlier on in his white puffy coat, but best dressed lady? Not yet. Still plenty of time there, so it's only a matter of time. Pretty relaxed morning on the whole, I must say, thus far. I'm very tempted, and it will depend on what happens after the changeover, to do a part 2 for all of you. It's such nice weather, it's almost criminal not to be out and about enjoying it. The yard's going to be very, very, very busy for this changeover, you can see it already. Actually, in fact, it's the guy looking back at the tour guide who's telling his group to get themselves behind the right line. And yes, folks, the police are not ignoring crowd control. For the moment, it's again been decided that that isn't their responsibility, that it comes down to the army. Hence, the trooper here, in his MTPs, telling everybody to get behind the line. That's right, behind the line. Die Einzelline. Contortionist. On the whole, people are really respectful these days, eh? Admit you're surprised, people. I certainly am. If we replayed this this day last year, you'd be shocked. I assume I actually have a video of this day last year. Okay, a little bit of jostling while everybody decides. The most extraordinary thing is that in the 57 minutes and 35 seconds since this video started, the spammer we spotted when we first arrived, who was filming at the other end, hasn't moved an inch. 57 minutes, same position, without moving.
So serious.
Crazy. Oh. A clown behind me, 1 second, guys.
Saludos, saludos, saludos.
You might have heard, I'm not sure if they're going to persist. Kid was saying, "Oh, so serious," to the trooper. Well, I mean, yeah, obviously he's at work. Not sure what he was expecting. Trooper to jump down and give him a little bit of a stand-up routine. Yeah, I was right not to go in the yard. Look at it, it's packed. See, just beyond the trooper into the corner. In fact, it's so busy they've even decided to overflow onto the normally quiet or deserted corner. And there's still a few minutes yet. To give credit to the rude Frenchies though, who were bothering the guard in the corner, at least they didn't scream, "Oh, you can't film, privacy rights, blah blah blah." That's the usual way it goes when this is a group they for France. They do have extremely strict privacy laws and image rights laws in France. In fact, in the EU generally. Okay, some people have given up and they decided to leave the yard just because it's too busy. Can't say I blame them, to be fair. Okay, so off we go. think, but we'll see in a second, that we've got the lady trooper from yesterday in this box. In other words, she's swapped around. She was another far box. She's now going to be, I think, in this box. Yes, that's exactly who it is. Now, either it's my eyesight or her horse is looking very black compared to the clipped horse that's just left. How peacefully and gently the horses are trotting in. Look at this. Honestly, everything seems to be working like clockwork today, despite it being completely rammed. Oh! The spontaneous applause in the yard then just freaked out the horse for a second. Not intentional, some tourists started clapping. The horse is like, oh, no thanks. I've got a feeling actually, looking at the movement that we're starting to see from the yard to the front, a massive number of people actually, I think, almost tempted to walk through the box. Look, see them all squeezing behind.
Is the king coming?
The king is already here. You, my friend. Gosh, look at them all.
Well, it's busy, yeah?
It's, yeah, pretty wild to be fair. But everyone's behaving themselves. Really, really so. Except this guy, he just walked into the box and got told to get out, but then he's new here, so he always makes mistakes. Right, folks. Yeah, this is what we're looking at. Quite the number. This couple are in the box, but you know what? Troopers probably decide to save a voice and not bother. And they're still flooding out of the gate. Look at it. What the hell? Flipperoo, guys. Look at the number here. Coming out of the gate. Madness, eh? If it carries on like this into Easter and tourist season, they're going to need a bigger gate. Oh, Ferrari man. Who just got told off. Is the consistency glorious or not, everybody? And the more we see consistency, the more the other troopers that didn't want necessarily to speak up will, I was going to say will be compelled to. Let's just say that they'll be more likely to. Here we go. Another one. Wow. I remember actually at the very early part of this trooper starting here, very, very reluctant to tell people to move. Now she's just gloriously on it, no matter who it is. Consistency is wonderful. I think what we'll do, depending on who it is, in the part 2 we'll try and split ourselves between this end and the other end, depending on the light and the numbers.
Okay.
Having to keep moving the camera left, right, left, right, left, right is such a pain, but we can't get any further back. And I'm completely zoomed out. Even on these fishbowl lenses, guys, so it looks like we can see everything that's happening in front of us on both sides of the box. teeny bit.
Easy.
Right, there we are. That's a bit better. Let's have a look at what we've got at this end, just in case, God forbid, something goes wrong or part 2 doesn't happen. If a random protest turns up, then it definitely won't happen. Yep, same spammer. We're now an hour and 6 minutes, still in the same spot, hasn't moved once in the whole time since I arrived. Extraordinary, really. Okay, interesting enough, I only mention this because it's pretty unusual with the lifeguards. Both lady troopers, both ends, this and the other end. Now bear in mind there are less than a dozen in the lifeguards. That's quite a remarkable thing to see, a pleasant thing to see. Hopefully we'll see something at this end with somebody being told, here we go. The second I say it, it happens. I don't understand how. Here's another one, get ready. The annoying part is when some people appear to do it semi-intentionally. How do we know that? Well, when they're told, they don't move. There's no response. Typically, if somebody's giving you a verbal instruction that you were not expecting, you would look round. Wait, who's that? What are they saying? But some don't actually move. They don't look back. They don't look up. They don't acknowledge the trooper, which is curious. Here's another one. Oh, gotta correct ourselves quickly. Just like the other end, there are plenty of people here waiting to choose their moment. It's a flood out the gates. A last tourist or two coming up, at least in part 1 here. There might be this bro on my right, who's a pro photographer with a great smile. It's funny, mounting your DSLR like that, oh my god, you need to be brave or crazy. He's got the little clip on the strap of his rucksack. Every single time I hung the camera in that spot, I'd always worry that, you know what, if it drops, that's it, bye-bye camera. I think this will be our final participant in part 1. This will definitely be our final participant in part 1. Be right back, guys, in just a moment for part 2. Bye for now.